What's up everyone? I've got a quick question for you. Are you training your abs wrong? That is the question we're going to look at today. Are you training your abs wrong? Because for a lot of us, I think we might be. We're not quite engaging the abs properly, and therefore we're not maximizing their potential growth, either in size or sculpting them. So when it comes to ab training, the main thing you want to focus on is getting a crunch. Okay, we know what crunches are, and believe it or not, there probably is a difference between a sit-up and a crunch. Now, what I want to focus on is that crunch, because that crunch is what is engaging your abs. If you're not getting that crunch on every single ab movement that you're doing, then you're not really getting the full benefit of that exercise. The problem that you might be running into is that you're actually working your hip flexor, also known as your iliopsoas. What I'll do is I'll put a quick snippet from the Bodybuilding Bible by Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's got a specific point in the book where he talks about training abs and the fact that what you need to be doing is closing the gap between your hips and your rib cage. That is what is creating that ab engagement, and that is what's going to get them to grow. That's what's going to help you sculpt them better. So I've just got a few examples that I'm going to play over the top here really quickly, and we'll have a look at them. So the first one is leg lifts on a flat bench. Now you can do this a variety of ways, but this is a common one I see a bit. So start off flat and you just bring your legs up so that you're basically creating a 90-degree angle between your legs and your upper body. As you can see, some of these reps I did go a bit further, which is actually good for what we're talking about here, but for the purposes of this demonstration, the main thing is you see that 90 degrees is not really what we want, because we're not really engaging the abs. You're basically just focusing on that iliopsoas. Moving on to a better variation of it, you see here I've got my knees slightly bent and I've brought them up over my face. That is engaging more of your abs. Here's another way of doing it wrong: when you're hanging from a bar and you're just lifting your legs up again to that 90-degree angle. And this is what we see a lot. We see a lot of people training their abs just going to that 90 degrees because they think that's engaging them pretty good. They think primarily it's focusing on the lower abs when really it's not. So this isn't something you should be aiming to do, because while you might get a little bit of ab engagement, it's not a lot. Now, moving on to how you should be doing it from the hanging perspective. These are called toe to bars. You can see here that my hips are coming up a lot more and it's really crunching. My knees are going toward my face. Again, whenever you're doing any of these ones where your legs are coming up, the idea is to lift them past that 90-degree angle and get your knees towards your face. That is going to make the crunch a lot more intense, and that is what's going to help you build your abs. Moving on to some decline demonstrations, and as you can see here, again, just going up so that it's creating that 90-degree angle, not what we want. We're not going up far enough here to create much muscle engagement in the abdomen. Again, yes, it is going to work a little bit of your lower abs. I'm not saying that it's not going to do that, but you're not maximizing the exercise. Now, onto how you should be doing it. See how you're getting that crunch. Again, my head is coming towards my knees this time, so it's the opposite of what we looked at before. Instead of the knees coming towards the head, it's the head going towards the knees. And you can notice that I'm actually kind of getting an arch in my back here, and this is probably the only time you want an arch in your back, because that is also going to help you create that crunch. Guys, they're called crunches for a reason. To crunch your abs, to break down the muscle as much as you can, to get them to grow to the best of their ability. Last demonstration is going to be some ab crunches, some ab pull downs rather, and you can see here, starting off with the wrong way again. I'm starting from the top. I've got a nice arch in my back, which is good. You should always have that for your ab pull downs, but I'm not coming down far enough. I'm not bringing my elbows or my face towards my knees. I'm just coming down, so I've got a flat back. Again, a little bit of ab contraction there, but not as much as we want. Here is how you should be doing it. Notice that I'm bringing my head and my elbows, crunching them again. It sounds like I'm being repetitive, but I just wanted to give you guys a lot of demonstrations. Crunching the abs as much as I can, bringing that head towards the knees and getting maximum contraction. All of these methods are going to help you develop your abs a lot better than if you're stuck doing that 90-degree angle stuff with your leg raises, because that is not optimal. So guys, what's the main takeaway from this? It's to crunch your way to better abs. Crunch is the key word. You need to crunch your head towards your knees, or crunch your knees up towards your head. Don't just get stuck doing leg lifts and having that 90-degree angle, because while you're working a little bit of lower abs, as I have repeatedly said, you're not maximizing it. You need to be crunching as much as you can, get an arch in your lower back, close the gap between your rib cage and your hips, and that is what is going to work your abs the most. So, I hope this video topic was helpful. Don't forget, next time you're training your abs, to make sure you're getting that crunch, close that gap between your rib cage and your hips, and you will feel a lot better contraction in your abs. It's going to hurt more, but that's a good thing, because it means you're probably breaking down more muscle and potentially leading to better ab development. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you all next video.